guys, my name is Sarah.
And my name is Sharon, and welcome back to Cake Dealers KE, where we bake and tell. We are so excited. This is
the end of a season.
End of an era. We've tried to maintain.
We have.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
So
thank you for
proud
being
of
here.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you feel? How do you feel being an end of a season?
I feel challenged. Like I can do this. We can do this.
Do it afraid.
Do it afraid. Yeah, do it afraid. I feel like we can do this. Yeah.
Oh my God. Me, I didn't gonna have heart palpitations because I really feel like God has seen us through, especially when it comes to even funding and all that. Like God has made sure we have not struggled there and in any way, because tumejituma nayo kujituma. We are doing everything we can, and I was so glad that we decided to do it professionally.
Yeah,
the fact that we have a crew behind, we have days we have scheduled. I wish you see our WhatsApp chats, and we have a group of our own and with our producers. Yes.
Yeah,
so we like have, ukikumbuka kitu andika, ukikumbuka kitu
unaitupa, hata kama mwingine atasoma tu explain baadaye.
You schedule the days, you schedule the guests, you
schedule clothes, makeup. Yani so much goes into planning.
Yeah.
And
even inviting,
even our business is also active. It's been quite a challenge, but we've managed.
That's why we are looking for a PA.
Yeah, we are looking for a PA.
Yeah.
But if you're very good at also social media, whereby you'll post, you know what to post, you know when to post, you know how to communicate with guests, you're very hands-on on behind the scenes and such things. We're looking for someone to just hand over some of the workload, so that we also don't neglect what made us start this
to sister how we are bakers.
Exactly.
Because
already baking is very intensive.
Yeah.
And I know there are weeks that, like, preparing for this recording, we didn't talk much.
Yeah.
Of course, we knew what to expect by this time, so we didn't communicate a lot like in the first other time.
Yes.
But it's because first I was sick, like a whole week I was sick. She also wasn't feeling well. Sometimes unapata the next week you're recording, this week you have a wedding or a rasho cake, you're so busy, orders, nini. So, but to manage.
What the point important, we have managed, and we thank the Lord, because the farthest we have come.
And I'm also very glad that we got very good producers. You guys.
Cliff receive your flowers.
Cliff and Chuma, asanteni na Kodi.
Yes.
Thank you so much, you guys. Yani tunawasumbuanga saa zingine. Kuna tunakumbukanga last minute kesho.
I'm so sure they see you need some text wako. Hey, not again, not again. But we're so happy.
And they're very understanding. Actually, they've never shown that tunawasumbua. They've never shown that they're tired. Because it's intensive work every week. Tunataka an episode at this time. The back and forth, angalini kama iko sawa. Tunaona mistake hapa, wanakwambia oi. We are very glad that we got very good producers. So we will tag them here. And they are very nice and kind. Yeah. Thank you, Cliff and Chuma and Kodi.
And you guys,
tunataka kusikia sauti yenu, si hivi. Mseme thank you watu wawasikie.
Welcome.
So,
na muweke sauti yenu.
I usually feel like, actually even we want to thank the guests who honored our invite.
Yes.
We asked, of course not a lot who declined, but we asked, and people really honored our invite, and I was so glad to even meet people I've never even met. I've just seen their work. I really naonanga tu, I'm amazed at their work, and seeing the face behind it. Sa zingine it's a wow moment and a full circle moment. You have had a full circle moment most
so
of
many
these
times.
So yeah, I'm really grateful. And it being season 1, we really wanted to, to share with you guys the lessons we have learned.
Yeah.
Like, other than even as a season, we've done something. We have done a cake and sip, which is also like a win.
Successful.
So we want to just engage with you, like the lessons we've learned, and I want even to believe that one day we can be even 70 years old, and we want to see a podcast that imetengenezwa tu bado na bakers. So at least us being the pioneers, we will be really great, and us giving you these lessons we hope
we
that
hope that it helps you.
it will
one
help.
day.
Yeah, so let me just start with the first one. I feel like wait, because these ones are the what?
Yeah.
No, I feel like, so the first thing I think that really came to my mind, and I was sharing it with you, Kitambo, just now, I told you, I feel like I've learned that I should not be entitled on people's time, on our guests' time, on them having to appear here. Like, nisikuwe na hiyo entitlement, like, I've invited you, so you have to come. I shouldn't have that entitlement, and I think it has come a long way, because when at first, because yes, we usually, like, sometimes when she knows a guest vizuri, she will be the one talking to them, but most of the time you will find I'm the one looking for the, yes.
Actually, especially if there are clients that we both don't know.
Yes.
I mean, guests that we both don't know, she's the one who will communicate with them. So, you chat with them easily.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like there's a way that when you have another, probably I'll just interject and say that one of the lessons that I've learned is do something with someone who you complement each other.
Yes.
There are things that she's very good at that I am not good at, and there are things that I'm very good at that she's not good at.
True.
So we're able to just balance each other. So she communicates more with people that are not, we don't know, and for me, I'll just say, let me ask this person that I know to give me a contact, Ivo. So yeah, it has really helped.
So I think the entitlement issues, at first we used to get, me personally, we both used to get,
would
like,
catch feelings
if you,
that guy, why have they refused?
Why Kwani we are not good enough,
Imagine,
all those things. But now I understand, like, even life, everybody has their own life. Mwingine ako busy, mwingine anakimbizana na nini, their personal things.
Mwingine hataki kuonekana in public.
So I think that is something I've really learned, and I am taking it to everything that now in my life, like, literally, I'm not entitled, even to the client. Me, I'm not entitled, kabisa. I saw another post whereby somebody was saying, nobody asks a client, I mean a baker, how you are. They always ask, how is my cake?
Ama wapi hujatuletea cake? Wapi cake?
And I'm like, okay, for me, I'm like, I don't need that from a client, to be honest. How are you? Mimi labda nikuulize, but I don't really need you to ask me if I'm okay. Your cake is fine, I get it. Like, I don't have any entitlement issues, and I think that saves me a lot from heartache.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yes, because mimi ni mtu kushikilia, like, amekata kukuja wine hivyo. So yeah, that was the first one, the first lesson.
My lesson that I've learned is there is no growth in comfort. There's no growth in comfort. I feel like when we started this, I was overwhelmed by the amount of time we had to put in. I was overwhelmed by the amount of money. I was overwhelmed by the amount of, I don't know, I'm that type of person. If I haven't done something, I really don't want to do it. I'm a procrastinator. And I feel like sometimes I'm just like, hiyo siku isifike, nitafanya whether it comes or not. But I feel like the first time we recorded, actually we recorded the first episodes. We recorded 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Was it 3 or 4? 3. We recorded 3 episodes.
Yeah, introduction, Sweet and Tasty, and Treats by Koi.
We recorded 3 episodes and we had a photo shoot the same day. And let me tell you, going towards that day, I was just like, the whole day, I'm just talking. And then I just wanted the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm always, even coming to record this, even the other time, I always feel overwhelmed before, even Cake and Sip, if you remember.
Okay,
I don't know what is wrong. I don't know what that is, but I'm always so overwhelmed. I'm just like, if it doesn't happen, the better. So that I just go. I'm
to sabotage.
No, not in a bad way.
I get it.
But I'm always that kind of a person who any naogopa. Set in ogopa. Let me not say ogopa, but I feel overwhelmed by I'm very rigid on routine. So when I break the routine to do something, I feel like, guy, why? Like, I can't wait for tomorrow to just go back to routine. You know, like wake up and come. And so what I've learned is there's no
growth in comfort. Yeah.
Because if I'm comfortable in my routine, then I would just be at home.
Yes, exactly.
I would still be a baker at home. I wouldn't have grown as much. I wouldn't have the vision of having a school and all those things if I was at home. So what has really instilled that thing of there's no growth in comfort is because with this podcast, I feel like I've grown. You people have known me.
And even like knowledge, right?
Even knowledge, true.
The knowledge that is here.
Yeah. Even when I'm very rigid with my routine, I have known that there's no growth in that routine.
Yeah.
Nikizoea to routine. I should be flexible. If something comes, do it and then go back to your routine. Like nisikae tu nasema nataka hivi na nisi break from.
True. That's really interesting. I never thought about it like that. Like, you are a very bubbly character, the way I've known you, and that now explains why you have never even done these hyper-realistic cakes.
Yeah,
because maybe you're postponing.
And you see, I'm giving myself an excuse that it was a fondant cake. I'd have done it na tufanye bado cake and flip, but I gave yani mimi afadhali tu ile nimezoea nifanye na
juu unaijua.
But I want to do it, but yeah, so I think now the issue is the routine. I'm very routine oriented that if something breaks, I get so stressed. I'll go through it, I'll do it to my best ability, but I can't wait to just go back
I get
to
it.
routine. Yeah,
the same way you can't wait for a wedding cake nikate niende home.
The ride back home,
you feel so nice. And this is zingine unajiuliza na sasa nilikuwa na taste
exactly.
Mbona nikafikiria hivi. I get it. Now I get it. Maybe
so mkumbuke there is no growth in routine.
Yes, true.
Or even no growth in comfort.
True. Yeah. So I think when I pick now the episodes, I think they are episodes that the guests really it's like they were speaking to you guys, but they really spoke to me about confidence. I know for me, I really had to work hard for my confidence in fondant cakes. So even with cream cakes, I feel like cream cakes has nanga issue with me. So I feel like after now all that guests kukuja wananiambia, you can do it. See, it's this. Kama sasa Almasi, see, it is a whisk.
Yeah.
See, you just
ni tu.
Ni chuma
tu, ni chuma na
chukua unafanya.
Umesema hiyo kitu inaitwaje? Bolt na
Uyo.
Washer.
So, yani anaifanya inakaa so simple and anaifanya yani unaona you can do it. You don't have to overthink it. So every time, literally every time I want to do something and I have never tried it, I have not even, sijakuwa comfortable in that zone, I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah, like the episode we had with Bakers by MK, the way she was saying about fondant. And then now we had a guru in fondant, and then it's just, you can do it. So we can see.
Like, I feel like, for me, it's the confidence, and I feel like the confidence has grown. Every time I even think of not doing something, there are things I even decline doing. Like, kama there's a cake, a client of mine told me to do a butterfly. Let me tell you, I told her, Mimi, it has to have you see the one in US when wanakwanga na uto vitu tu unaekelea buttercream na ingine unaweka so una feel tu kukando, it's easy. But ukienda kwa YouTube,
buttercream imesimama butterfly hivi
imelala tu, it's something simple.
You would have done it.
I said no. Nilikuwa na imagine hizo corners na whipping cream. I was like no. But I feel like I would have done it.
I'm sure if she insisted you'd have done it.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, I think I just
or
did
me
what
if I insisted. Maybe the client would say no, but mimi ningekwambia unaweza fanya.
It's true. There's sometimes that you like kama ile time nilikuwa nimetangaza guad, then I was like kitu ikai nono, you're like but trim it just a bit, and I trimmed it and it turned out perfectly. Ama the other things that you will be like unafanya like kama your Bible. By the way, to be honest, I feel like the Bible I feel like it didn't turn out great.
But I saw the Bible and it was good. We will put it here and just it turned out really good. Probably sometimes uko na expectation na haikufiki expectation yako.
Na juu ilinisumbua. Juu unaona nikikata unapata hii side ni naona kushinda hii side, so lazima tena uongeze keki chini sijui nini. I wish I just did the teen one.
No, but it was good.
But yeah, so I feel like I'm so confident right now in tackling many other orders. Because of what even the guests we have we have had.
And for me, I would say that our following on our social media does not equate to. It does not equate to how good or bad our job is. We got into this with the notion that we will grow with as we didn't have a target or anything. So sometimes unaangalia unasema, guy, why are we not this far? Whoever watches us gains something from what our passion is. So sometimes kama hatuko at 10k followers on Instagram, it doesn't matter. What matters, and I trust on the steady growth. The steady growth ni ngumu sana kurudi chini, and like all of a sudden umefikisha 20k followers, and then you find that maybe wengine wako mind, wengine wana unfollow juu drama iko huko mbele. I don't know, but so for me, I do not equate our growth, our quality of work to our following.
It does not downgrade it, which is really good. It's a really good observation, because there are times like you go and meet someone and they're like cake dealers, and Aki, to be honest, you don't expect this person to be knowing you. Even the time we did a cake and sip, somebody will be like, can I take a photo with you guys? And I'm like, I'm just a normal human being. I'm not any, to be honest, it's not like me personally didn't envision
when my clients tell me, I love your podcast, or someone to random on a comment, by the way, I love your podcast,
you're doing a good job.
I'm just like, it's okay, as long as there's someone who's singing and liking everything.
I remember when Juicy on Saturday, I was telling you, like, I've gone for the Itara, I delivered a cake, and then somebody came to me and she's like, oh, hi, I follow your podcast. And she's a baker from Nairobi, and she was coming to a ceremony in Nakuru. She was like, this is Sarah. Like, how are you? I follow your podcast. I knew you because of Sharon. Actually, she told me she knew me because of you.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. She even tried helping me. She was like, imagine, what is her name? I forgotten her name. But she will probably see. But she even helped. I was like, I will just follow yourself with this, whatever. She was really helping. Yani, alikuwa anataka, ananiza, have you taken a photo with your, with your, jua kukuwa na mtu wa kunichukua picha. Kaka nichukua picha, sanye ninaenda kumaliza kusava, niza, uko sawa? Can I help with anything? And I was like,
that is how bakers should be. Like, usifike kwanza kusema, keki yake na card. I've done better.
And she told me, like, imagine, like, I've now understood how you should do things when you are at a wedding setup. Nimeona venye umefanya, because she was like, me, I've never done a wedding, and I would aspire to be like you guys. And I was like, tujafika,
but thank you.
Tujafika, but thank you. But so I feel like, yes, the following is not ioneshi venye, because I'm so sure there are people who listen to us and they don't follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know venye tumesema steady growth.
Yeah.
Tuko nini. So something else I learned through the whole episode was prayer over everything. Prayer over everything. Before we even go to how we started the podcast and everything, I remember Mep saying the way he prays, or the dad taught him to pray for equipment. To be honest, that was not a thing for me. And my dad does so, but I think I never picked it, or I don't know what happened. But it was really amazing to me. Zilez are like, so you need to pray. You need to pray for these things, because you don't know who's the manufacturer, what they have said that to it. Maybe it'll work 2 weeks. So prayer over everything, in each and everything, with your equipment, with the bakery, with clients. Sometimes, there are people who say they never have clients who are wakona vituko.
And maybe they pray.
Maybe they do. They say like, wanaambia Mungu, mimi aki Mungu tu nisaidie, nataka clients wenye ni wazuri, clients wenye hawana story, mimi nataka tu clients wenye tu tuko straightforward, we are good. And I feel like prayers work. They really do. Like, we have seen him take the whole journey of us starting it, the whole journey.
We even fasted, by the way.
Imagine.
Before we started. There's a time we were fasting over.
Yes, we were. Like we said, every Tuesday we do that for like a whole month. And it was really amazing.
Because everything was just flowing.
It flowed too. So I'm really happy that I was able to see that side of God, even with the cake and sip. The cake and sip was really like a faith thing. Like, I remember when I was going for our safari group, I was telling them, like, for me, I've learned, like, faith is really important. And if you don't usipokuwa na faith in God, it's like you are sinning, because God has assured you, like, I'll bring you people. But you see, as a human being, you're like, where are the people? And it's maybe already Wednesday, you know, all that. But you know, with God, like everything just inakuja tu, and then you're like, hiya, we are sold out na hadi watu wengine wakaongezeka. And I was like, hey, God, you're surprising us. So it's really important to do things with prayer, you know. Even when there are people who ask me kwa inbox, kindly advise me as a new baker, what should I do? And I go to number 1, God over everything. Involve God in everything, because sometimes hata unataka kufanya baking na maybe that is not your thing. Mungu atakubarikia huko. So sometimes it's very important for you to ask for his guidance, for you to put him in everything that you're doing, so that sometimes you might want to do it this way, then he opens another avenue. Like I feel like even the cake and sip that we were given an idea jana, it was so profound. I was just like, that is really amazing. Like nilishanga. But yeah, so I feel like prayer over everything, guys.
For me, I think it's quality. I'd talk about quality. That give out, we keep on giving good quality, because there's no need of investing this much, and we give you the bare minimum.
True.
Yeah, so true. Quality is as important, because when we were saying podcast, we would have just taken our phones and recorded each other and edited on CapCut and posted, but I felt like we needed quality content for us to even go further, so that isikuje tuishie kesho kutwa hapa nje ati tusha.
And it's very, you know, coming back to even what you've said, tukirudi back to what you've said, we need to compliment. You need someone to compliment you. Like Sharon was the one who was looking for the podcasters. Me, hata nilikuwa tu zile. But you know that idea, I was toying with her. Me, I was not serious. Me, I was just toying with her. Like, you know this girl, she's like, we can do it. And Sharon was like, yakatafuta, nando huyo, sijui logo. Me, I'm like, tuko serious. And then pia
na producer and then, you know, when I was speaking to Cliff, our producer, nilikuwa na kama ni jokes. Mbona niambi deposit ya kitu yoyote? Mbona ananiambia tunaweza kuja kuona place iko. Tell me we are fully booked kuja kuona, but tuko hapa na hapa. And I was just like, is it are they genuine? Because by the way, until when we finished the podcast is when, and you know, in Nairobi umezoea mtu atakwambia lipa kwanza deposit ya sijui pesa ngapi kwanza ndio ukuje hapa, you know. So when I was communicating with them, and it was just as easy as us going. At first I was like, I was a bit skeptical. But it worked out.
Hey, really.
We complete, because kuna vitu zenye Sera atasema, mimi nitaona ni kama ata stop katikati, but ata push to the end. And there are things that she'll just pack hivi tu an idea.
Kuna ingine unapata tu ni kama ka idea tu. By the way, hata ulikuwa hizo story Sharon na ndio ameenda
but now we are here.
We thank God.
We are here,
we are truly
and I knew tungekuwa rada juu ile mdomo tunapigana.
But it was like, it's really amazing that even I remember Nelly from Royal Curtain, she was like, you guys have seen what you do. I am sure you have like camera, you have invested in it.
And she
said, actually, you know me, I thought you were just, yes, you have the cameras, but I didn't think you have a whole crew behind it. So I was like,
we do have a whole crew, guys.
So it's quality. We are paying for it, and we have an agenda here, and our agenda, as I keep on saying, we want to change the baking community to something
amazing.
Yes,
togetherness, to something.
That is what we want. We want a community, and that is what really pushed. Even for me, even for my TikTok, I remember the many videos I've said, you know what? I want ile time mimi nilikuwa beginner. But there are so many times I've gone to YouTube, ninaenda na search Kenyan someone. Kenyan baker. Sipati. No content. Really content tu ye.
Hata content ya bakers. Because I remember when we were planning, now when we were almost going to shoot, and I was looking for podcast for bakers on YouTube, on what they talk about cakes, and just to have an idea of how things would go on our recording day. Hakuna. Hata kama iko ni moja, but they're very off. I didn't find good content online, and I hope that we would get somewhere.
Yeah, especially like I feel like even there needs to be unaona kwa YouTube kukue na mtu atatu hata kama yeye kazi yake ni kukua a full time content creator in regards to baking. Mwenye ni full time with good quality, with everything. You see the Americans, we have Cedric in who even when you try, you're even confident in trying their recipes because
she's called Joy. I know you've found her recipes on YouTube. Joy someone.
I don't know.
There's a lady who her recipes are really nice. She's called Joy someone, and she just posts recipes online. We should have
Kenyan. So that nisiende. I remember the time I wanted to do SMBC, I went and searched SMBC Kenya, and yes, thank God nililetewa mtu wa Kenya, but I think she stopped recording. I can't even remember her name, but she alini direct to the that is what I use up to date. I didn't go for a class at SMBC, and it's basically because I went and searched for a Kenyan content creator, and I hope that they are wakue serious when it comes to baking, so that kukue na mtu mwenye anatupea serious advice on certain things. So that is, it's really interesting with quality. That is mtupena quality. So I think my other is you should put your house in order. The thing I've learned through the whole season, and I think this was probably spoken out so much by Joy, where she said, like, make sure your bakery, your house is in order. You are par with everything, licenses, taxes, everything, NSSF, NHIF, whatever, or size shoe.
Yeah, sure.
So I feel like that is something that really, because I'm in that process, I'm in that process of thinking of the license, the what, the nini, the health, the nini. So I feel like that's something that I really learned, and I put it in my mind so much. And the way she said that, just try to be par with the government. Ndio msisumbuane. Imagine sasa unasumbuana na client, tena usumbuane na your own
ufunge ukando anazunguka huko nje. Especially me having a shop, and I remember people really tried to discourage me because of the paying the license. But it's not much. 2 cakes, 3 cakes have paid for those things. So it's important to be at par with those things. Don't be scared about izo kukua at par with the government.
Okay, so that's really nice. What Bakes by MK said, if you train, if you are perfect in what you do, you will definitely train perfectly. And it was really profound. Like, sikufikiria kitu kama hiyo. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria maybe it's a skill. Mtu mwenye anafunza lazima akuwe na skills, ama yeye mwenyewe akuwa anapenda hizo vitu ndio nikimfunza inatokea tu vizuri ama nini. But I guess you also have to have that mind. Ukwe too positive when you're teaching someone, because I feel, as I said, when you are starting out, you need to have an assistant as soon as possible. We have all experienced that. You need to have an assistant. Kama ni wakosha vyombo, but eventually you will train this person to do what you do. And if you wewe unajiaminia like wewe unafanyanga perfectly, then mbona huyu mtu asifanye perfectly? But also again, something that you've said that really even if I realize, by the way, the main reason as to why maybe somebody like my niece will not be interested so much with baking is because that is not her passion. She alijikuta tu, unaona? And also again, I guess peer personalities really matter, because mimi ukinipea kitu mimi nitafanya. I don't care if I like it or not, but nitafanya, because sina option. If I manage to finish law school, I know
you will be able.
It was because I have to, like, nataka tu nimalize, but si ati nilikuwa na passion ndio maana nianza shule. That is from where I come from, but I think people are different. So I feel like when you learn that, then it will be so easy for you even mentally teaching people and knowing who you are bringing on board and the like. And venye tu wamesema biashara ndio inaitanga watu. I remember I wanted to hire a certain lady who had come from Nairobi, and when she came in for the I had sent her questions. She came in, we met, we were like tujuane na nini, and for some reason I was just like like, she's good, her cakes are nice, but I was just like
it's more than just good cakes.
I don't know why, but maybe God had a reason. Maybe ako anataka ako employed, or maybe because I've seen she has opened her own place in Nakuru. Nice. So maybe that was the reason. But I thank God because through me, she was able to get another job because I referred her to another person who employed her. But even me now employing a cleaning lady, maybe I'm so proud of that. And I guess it is being...
And you got someone good.
Yes, it's because I think at home, because me, I'm at home, I'm in my cake studio, and I have a house help. So I'm feeling like I have two people in the same compound. They don't see each other, or even if they see each other, it's not like they're working place moja. But I just feel so nice that hata sina stress. Ati sasa nikienda kwa bakery, my things are in order. Like I was telling Sharon, unaweza kulia kwa floor sahi. Unaweza kulia kwa floor.
Anasema tu unatumia kitu moja hivi 1 minute shower.
Imeenda. Kidogo ukishtuka tu hata wewe mwenyewe unaweza oshwa in the midst because I'm so glad with that. And that is what even I keep telling my dad. Maybe if there's something I'm so proud of myself this year, it's that I employed a cleaner because cleaning is not easy. Hey, but yeah.
So the other thing that I've learned is that this podcast is ours.
Yeah,
we will do things the way we want, and not necessarily in a rude way.
Yeah,
but we had comments in a few videos that people are saying we interject on our guests and everything. And to us, what we wanted you guys to understand is that this is not an interview. We are not interviewing them, asking them questions and waiting for them to answer. It's literally a bestie conversation, like when you figure to story. That is what it is. And there are things that if I don't ask at that moment, zitasahaulika, and it won't bring out the authenticity in the story. So sometimes when we have conversations with we're just having conversations.
Yes.
Even most of our clients, our guests know that we do not have a script. Hatuna mouse. And if you see all our videos, every conversation is different because tuna flow tuna what you say, the next story goes to the next to the next. If I have a question hapa mbele, lazima nikuulizie hapo. I can't wait to ask you at the end because I can't keep on jotting down as you talk. Nita miss other points. So just remember that this is a podcast. A podcast is not an interview. A podcast is literally conversations people are having. So give us that grace that we will always talk and come back to. As long as you go back to what we were talking about, that is all that matters. It's just conversations. It's not interviews.
And mostly, like even the guests themselves, I'm so sure if they felt uncomfortable in that moment, we are able even to read.
And the guests who, I don't know why I'm clients and customers, they are guests who need your guidance.
Yes.
Because if you don't ask them questions, they will stop there.
Yeah.
Because they are scared to talk or so kuna guest mwenye lazima umsaidie kumbeba mkiendelea. So yeah,
it's very important to know that because even with the production, even with everything, kuna mtu mwenye atatakanga tuvae red. Kuna mtu mwenye atatakanga maybe I don't know, there's someone who would want to dictate. And I know we have gone through that path and it was not the best for us. So I feel like even for the guests, like when they're coming here, as Sharon has said, it's just a conversation. And it's not something, you know, when we're having a conversation, I don't feel like if you're not wewe kama si mtu na roho chafu, then there's no way you will say certain things, you know. So I feel like whatever you say here, it's how will I say it? Like, don't even think that maybe, I don't know, sijui niseme isichukuliwe vibaya ama sijui nini. It's just unaona venye tu uko hivyo venye uko na uko venye uko raw, hivyo ndio watu wanataka. That is what they want, because you can clearly even see sometimes mtu atapita labda hapa and we are like hata usikat ama mtu ata, you know, hata utakohoa, utafanya hizo vitu zote.
Nimekuwa na homa.
So
shooting the last,
I feel like season. Even for that, I feel like people should just understand that this is our podcast. We're not even being rude about it. I know you guys support us by liking, sharing and subscribing, but also like we have our own style of doing things, and that is what we want to.
And that is how bakers talk. Nitakumbuka story ni hakuna mahali bakers wanaongeanga na mnapata mnaongea kama
even if you ask the guest guest akikuja hapa hakuna mwenye atatokanga immediately.
Lazima tuvute story mpaka Cliff atuambie now we need to start recording.
Yes, exactly. So it's very important for you to like acknowledge that and respect it. So mimi sijasema you don't correct. Mkiona kuna makosa, say it in a polite manner, say it graciously, and we will, you know, put that into consideration. The other one I learned was shield yourself from bad clients.
Bad guests.
Bad clients.
Clients.
Yes.
Which clients?
No, yani what I've learned through the conversations from the guests. Shield yourself. Makes by MK again.
True.
You remember when you telling me, like, Jana?
There's something I learned yesterday was that
yes,
if I just sense toxicity from kilometers away,
yes,
I stop that conversation right there.
Which is, I feel like it's very important for you to understand that. Kwa sababu sometimes unachukuanga juu unado, sometimes unaona ipesa iende aje, lakini let me tell you, if there's something that is really
pesa ya kisirani, we
hiyo pesa hata imeishaga haraka sana. Sasa zingine unatamaningi tu ndenda hapi ni kule hiyo pesa yote tuishare, yani nisikwe nimefanya. But I feel like she said that when you shield yourself, you try and monitor, unaangalia uko mbele, hii conversation imeanzaje. If somebody is being rude, don't expect them not to be ati. If somebody was rude from the onset, usi expect ukichukua keki ati hata kuwa rude. This person will still be rude na ataku, and especially what she said, mtu atakuharibia mood the whole day, hadi keki za watu wengine utabweka kuzidecorate na watu wengine hawana hizo issues. Like you will just be in a very full mood, and as she said, you tap into those energies. Like kama hiyo keki, kama client mwenyewe akona bad energy,
utakuwa na hiyo bad energy also.
Ukidecorate vinya anasema tu, yani umeona client tu mwenye una struggle leo keki yake kwa sababu maybe vinya alikuongelesha ama nini, keki tu inaenda vibaya, hata si wewe KPLC maybe imezima, sijui mara fridge imefanya hiyo siku ndo vitu
zinao mkaweka baking powder,
imagine. So like I feel like you need to really shield yourself, which is really important by the even for your mental health. It's really important. Ndio siku ukiona simu ya fulani unasema oh not again, not again. So yeah, heri tu ukatange hizo order na ataenda pate their perfect match, and the things will just sail through as they should. So yeah, I feel that is really, really important. And I think the last one is we really need to have time for ourselves, like as friends. You know, Sisi, we were friends before we decided about the podcast. So squeezy, it's more of either we talk about the podcast or we talk about what we have planned about the podcast. It's nothing about, although Sharon like brought another idea of gifting each other every month, but I feel like it should be more. What do you think?
Am I the one who mean?
You are the one.
Oh really?
And then me, I concurred. I'm like, yeah, that is a good idea.
And we've been gifting each other since January. Yes. What did I gift you in January?
You gifted me piping bags. You've been gifting me very meaningful gifts. Does it have meaningful?
Because at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, it's you're a baker, and the things that you keep on scolding me, mbona sikupei piping bags and dowels, and they're not just the normal dowels at the shop. So I was like, this is the right time to gift you.
It was actually dowels,
small, medium, and large piping bags. Dowels, different sizes, and a candle.
Yes.
Yeah, and she gifted me hair jewelry.
Yes.
And then my February gift.
It was the Feb one.
This was my February gift.
Na nikasema hizi kaa peke yake juu lazima hata mimi nichukue. So we are twinning. We should
have like this.
Exactly.
Next
we should have this one. Dodo sijui andike cake dealer sana.
Tunawaambia watu andike na bidazzle.
Yes. And sometimes it's really amazing when you gift. And then something really interesting inye nashindanga nikiplay kwa kichwa yangu ni when we meet, are we going to gift each other? So it will be really awkward if you don't gift me and you're gifting. So you come on, I get. So I was just like,
Should we agree on?
No, it shouldn't, because I feel really nice
when
it's a surprise and then we do it the same time. Come on, the January one, we did it the same time. Feb, we didn't do it the same time. And I guess for me it was because of a day apart. It was because I think of the cake and sip and everything. And then now the March, Nini, actually for Feb, she gave me easy scoops. Zenye ni juu venye nilienda nimezitwa nimeweka kwa sukari kwa unga everything. Afu zile tudogo zenye zilikuwa hapo ndani nimezirusha icing sugar, caster sugar.
Those are you don't need the big ones.
Yeah. Anyway, it was really a lovely thing.
We went for massage.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important to also remember your friendship.
Even on lunch date.
Lunch date. If we also pour into our friendship, then every other thing will just
hata kwa hiyo friendship tu tukiongeanga vitu what we want with ourselves, tunajipata tu tumeingia pia kwa hiyo maneno ya podcast. Even after the cake and sip, ask Sharon, me sijui shida yangu inafanya kwa nini. After cake and sip, the next day we went for lunch and I was like, I can't wait for the next one.
And me, I was just like, I want my mind to be empty. Let me tell you guys, I treasure empty minds. Like ile kwenye tu I am doom scrolling on TikTok. Because that is rest for me. Nitazurura hapo mpaka niende nilale 8:30. That is rest, my kind of rest. And I always want such moments. Hata kama ni just a few hours a day. Sera, immediately jioni yenye hata tujatoka venue ashaanza ku brainstorm.
Yeah, my mind.
Me, I want an empty brain.
For a moment. Hey, and you guys, you should check out for the next one. But yeah, so it's like that is something that I've really learned. And even I remember I was telling you, but then we need to find time. And we are like, we are not going with even anyone. We're not going with our spouses. We are going alone. We don't want. We just want to be.
Concentrate on other people.
Yes. We are not concentrating on Manchester United. We are going to concentrate on our own things. And we try and build these. It's already built, so we build it
even to greater heights.
Yes, because that is what imeleta cake dealers at the end of the day.
And guys, we're open for brand partnerships.
Yes,
we are open for what are they called? Influencing. Yeah,
uliza Cliff huko. Inaitwa influencing amenitwa nini? Ni
brand partnership.
Both of them can work.
Yes. Ndio tupate pesa ya kulipa Cliff.
But anyway, if you want all of that, we are here. You just communicate using email.
Yeah, we have our email on our social media.
Namsahau maneno ya PA.
Yeah.
Mwende tuko kwa email. Msini text na msini DM and all that. But yeah, also having a new segment that we have brought in.
Yes.
The word of the day.
So the word of the day today is tiered.
A tiered cake.
Yes. So a tiered cake is this cake. This is a tiered cake. Okay? And these are layers. So there's a difference between a layered cake and a tiered cake. You can see the difference. So layers are what go into cakes. Like
in what
slices.
The slices.
Hivi moja this.
Ndio nizipile ikuwe like one
so
cake.
Client usiseme nataka 3 layers. Because 3 layers it means hiyo cake yako iko tuna 1 2 3 na imekrimiwa hivyo.
Ukikata kama slice utaona 1 2 3.
Na sasa kama ni tiered cake hii, it means you see it has 1, it can have 2, 3, 4. So
in short sema ni keki ya gorofa.
Yes.
Ni keki ya gorofa na inaweza kuwa mingi. Inaweza kuwa
so tiered, layered. Okay? Layers, tiered.
Yeah.
So the tiered can have 2, 3, 4 tiers. Layers is just what is inside your cake.
Even your
one layer, 2 layers, 3 layers.
At 12.
At 12 layers, yeah.
Different flavors.
Those are the differences for today. Okay, thank you guys for joining us all through this first season. I hope you've loved the seasons. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Let us know what are the lessons you've picked. We'll have a giveaway, by the way, for the best. Mwenye amewatch, mwenye amepick
tutakutafutia. Unaona kama hii this is actually
it's a dress.
It's a shirt dress. A very good quality shirt dress.
So let us know the lessons you've picked in this episode and let us know what topics you'd want to hear us talk about and the guests you'd like to see on our next season.
Yes. Remember guys to like, share, subscribe, and remember to copy Spotify.
Yes.
And then you can listen as you drive, as you decorate, as you do your thing, and engage with us. For the giveaway, I think they should write ni guest mgani walisikia nini, what they have learned. Na flani
and what you've applied on your business so far,
so that we can choose the winner and gift them a dress, a cake dealer's shirt dress. So anyway, thank you so much for being with us throughout the season. We really appreciate it. Till next time,
bye.